Ready? Go.
We can pick it up a little bit. We ain't really got to pick it up. We want to throw shots in the inside. Because a lot of fighters I see doing the pass, they're doing it like this. Their hands is not turning. So when you're on the pass, your hands must turn.
Jump! Jump! Jumping! Let's go, jump! Come on! Come on, jump! Jump! There you go, jump on! Come on!
As the highly anticipated clash between Jake Paul and Gervonta Tank Davis draws closer, none other than Floyd Mayweather has stepped into Davis's camp and the boxing world has taken notice. The two trained side by side in an intense, full-scale session that quickly went viral. With Mayweather's trademark speed, sharp footwork, and surgical precision on display, the message was clear: this isn't just another exhibition bout. Under Mayweather's watchful eye, Davis is preparing to bring his absolute best, a version of himself built from discipline, timing, and pure aggression.
Good.
Right now. There you go.
There you go. There you go. Get that shot right there. There you go.
Mayweather's mentorship has gone beyond motivation. He's shaping Davis's strategy to face a naturally larger opponent. Reports from inside the camp reveal that Floyd is teaching Tank the same lessons that made him unstoppable against taller fighters: control the timing, master defensive counters, and attack the body with precision. Each session focuses on slipping punches, manipulating angles, and landing punishing shots on the inside. These are the same fundamentals that carried Mayweather through a career of outclassing bigger men, and now, they're being passed directly to Davis as he prepares for Jake Paul.
Okay, wow. You saying? You can't just shoot it and then bring it back and be like this. You gotta throw some squat to it. If you do like this, you up for boom, boom. So you gotta be able to squat. So right here, boom, boom, pop, everything's short. Still short. He see it, he he'll see it, and pop, place it down there. Slide out, anyway.
To the world, Floyd Mayweather is a legend, but those who've trained with him know the truth: his greatness comes not just from talent, but from relentless work ethic and obsession with perfection. Throughout his career, he never relied on shortcuts or hype, only sweat, repetition, and precision. That same mentality now defines Davis's camp. Floyd has been pushing Tank through long hours of defensive drills, reflex sparring, and counterpunch sequences designed to sharpen reaction time. The focus is absolute discipline, movement, and intelligent pressure, the same blueprint that once made Mayweather unbeatable.
That's so above and beyond what other people do.
Even with him having $180 million guaranteed purse Saturday night, he trains like he's broke, no joke. He trains like he don't have a dollar, like it's no tomorrow, and now I understand why you can put the cap on him and call him TBE.
The only person who's been able to do like that is Floyd Mayweather. He's the only guy who's been able to just be balling out of control, constantly flashing money, $1 million watches, you know, a fleet of super expensive cars, and still fucks everybody up. The thing about Floyd is he never lost his discipline. Floyd would famously run home from the nightclub. So he would go out in Vegas, he'd be partying, it looked like he's partying, he's drinking water, and then he would have his driver drive, and with his pants on, jeans on, he would jog.
Davis has long believed in challenging himself against bigger, stronger fighters to refine his craft. Training against larger opponents forces him to stay composed, improve timing, and sharpen accuracy under pressure. It's an approach built on courage and discipline, one that strengthens both mind and body. Over time, this mindset has allowed Tank to remain calm in chaos, turning size disadvantages into opportunities. By learning to exploit the mistakes of heavy hitters, Davis has developed a unique confidence, one that allows him to dismantle anyone, regardless of their physical stature.
Wake up. Do it to him. Put it on his ass.
Reports from inside Davis's camp suggest that his current sparring sessions have been nothing short of brutal. Facing fighters much taller and heavier, Tank has reportedly left many of them struggling to stay upright. Witnesses describe moments where powerful sparring partners, confident men with clear size advantages, were visibly shaken or backed into the ropes after feeling Davis's explosive power. These aren't highlight clips for show, they're carefully designed stress tests to simulate real fight pressure. Each session is structured to refine Davis's timing, control, and knockout strength, tools that could prove decisive on fight night.
Gervonta Davis knocked out heavyweight in brutal sparring session, and it just makes me think, you're willing to go spar with heavyweights, but you're not willing to go fight people that you should be fighting. You know what I mean? You're fighting Lamont Roach. His sparring partners was like, man, I was about to spar Tank. He was sparring this big boy, a heavyweight boy. And Tank hit him so hard, he was on the ropes like this, hanging. I thought he died. I was like, man, I hope you don't do this stuff to me. When Davis asked to confirm whether it was true, the WBA lightweight champion said, stuff be happening. Best not to get in there with me. That's it. This guy has all the skills in the world to knock out even heavyweights in sparring, and yet he won't fight Shakur Stevenson. He won't fight Teofimo Lopez. He won't fight anyone that he needs to fight to become great. He's fighting Frank Martin and Lamont Roach. You know what I mean? It's just truly crazy. But hey, it's his career. If he wants to just make money, the easiest money that he can without fighting the hardest company.
Meanwhile, Jake Paul is intensifying his own preparation, and one of his biggest moves has been bringing in Shakur Stevenson, one of boxing's most skilled defensive technicians. Stevenson's lightning-fast reflexes and ring IQ make him an ideal sparring partner to help Jake prepare for Davis's speed and movement. Paul has shifted focus away from sheer muscle and bulk, choosing instead to work on agility, balance, and speed. His goal is to adapt to Davis's explosive rhythm, learning to anticipate, evade, and counter with precision. Training with a southpaw like Stevenson allows Jake to experience the same style he'll face on fight night, reducing the risk of surprises inside the ring.
Keeping me up at night.
Jake, how do you prepare for, like you said, a guy who is shorter than you? How do you find a sparring opponent to replicate something that obviously, you know, there's nobody else out there that's Tank Davis? How do you prepare for a guy that's different stature-wise?
Yeah, no, we have world champions. Raymond Ford in the 130-pound weight class. We got Montana Lovin. Shakur Stevenson is coming in this week. So wow. Just sparring against guys on their level and people who have, you know, been doing this their whole entire lives. But we're really focusing on speed and not as much on power. I'm not doing as much like weightlifting and all of that stuff. I'm actually trying to like lose some muscle so that I have less weight and so that my punches are coming off faster.
I know the answer to this question. Is there any kind of universe where you view just surviving this fight as a win?
Like for me, I never let myself go there. You know, I'm a fierce competitor, and always need to have the W and come out on top. And also shock the world and even shock myself and show my.
Former UFC champion Daniel Cormier weighed in with his honest assessment, and he didn't hold back. Cormier argued that Jake Paul's significant size advantage makes it difficult for fans to view this matchup as a fair contest. The weight gap, he noted, isn't just a matter of numbers, it directly impacts stamina, endurance, and the ability to absorb punches. While Cormier acknowledged that the fight will undoubtedly generate attention, he questioned whether it offers genuine sporting value. He warned that prioritizing spectacle over substance could harm boxing's credibility and blur the line between athletic competition and entertainment.
90. Dean, that's bad. Because you know what that tells me? That tells me that even he recognizes that he's too big for him.
Yes.
He recognizes that he's too big for him.
I'm wondering how this even came about. It can't be that Gervonta Davis needs money. That can't be the reason why
he's been a world
taking
champion so recently. How could he be broke?
That's what I'm saying. Like, is he doing this for money? And then why and how is even Jake Paul doing this when no one respects it? Like, I can't think of anybody that respects this.
But Jake Paul has been able to carve out and make his own lane in boxing, and I've never seen anything like it, bro. He literally, I mean, we don't know what weight class he fights in any situation. We just don't know. He kind of makes his own rules.
He makes his own rules.
And it seems like people are playing by those rules. I remember a couple weeks ago, the WBC and the Jose Sulaiman was very upset that he wasn't able to put the belt on the winner at Canelo versus Crawford. That's the thing that's happened since the beginning of the time. Those guys are very powerful in boxing. But with Zuffa boxing, it was almost like that power was getting stripped away. They were very disappointed. But how can you take those sanctioning organizations seriously when they are sanctioning this?
That's my point. That's my point. That's why I think that this whole thing that we have, this boxing and this MMA argument and Zuffa getting into boxing, our argument is misplaced because things like this should not be happening. And the fact that boxing is allowing this to happen is an embarrassment to the sport.
Yeah, I don't understand why. I talked about this before. Like, I didn't know why they were fighting because, I mean, Gervonta Davis's last fight was at 100.
In an interview with Stephen A. S. Smith, Davis's coach was asked who deserves to face Tank next. His answer was blunt: any fighter who's publicly disrespected Davis's ability. He mentioned Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez, both of whom have criticized Tank in the past. For him, this isn't just about revenge, it's about respect. He wants these fighters to experience firsthand the power and precision that Davis brings into the ring. The message was clear: talk is cheap. If you question Davis's greatness, prove your worth inside the ropes.
To see you as a guy that's in his trainer, that's like a father figure to him, you're training him all the time, you know him, both y'all from the streets of Baltimore the whole bit. Who do you want to see Tank fight?
I want him to get all of them that ran their mouth.
Give me the names. I need names, Calvin. I need names.
You already know. We went down to, we working on the big four. It was Garcia, that's the first one. Roma, I hope we get him soon. Shakur, he's going to get it. He know he's going to get it. It's just Bob is in charge of that. You know what I'm saying? Bob know what he's doing over there. You can't tell Bob how to run his game because he's like a vet at this. He's been doing it for so many years. That's going to happen. All the fights that we'll want, they have no choice. They're going to take the fight when it's time to take the fight. It just right now.
Veteran trainer Jeff Mayweather has voiced serious concerns about the Davis versus Paul matchup, focusing on the glaring weight and size disparity. Boxing, he reminded everyone, has weight divisions for a reason: to ensure fairness and fighter safety. Jake Paul naturally walks around heavier and larger, giving him a clear physical advantage. Analysts echo his concerns, noting that if Paul lands cleanly, his power could pose real danger to Davis. While fans are drawn to the drama, the debate around this fight has reignited discussions about whether entertainment should ever outweigh competitive balance in boxing.
It's kind of weird, because Jake Paul is extremely bigger than Tank. And I mean, but with it being a exhibition, it makes sense. It's fine. He got a big name that he's going to be fighting. But I mean, it really makes no sense because he's going to be weighing over 200 and some pounds. Tank's going to probably be weighing maybe at the most 147, 150. So I don't even understand why the fight is happening.
It is happening. WBA lightweight champion Gervonta Davis, who's unbeaten in 31 professional contests, takes on the self-proclaimed problem child Jake Paul, one of the most influential and marketable global personalities. Paul and Davis square off in Miami after doubts around the fight being sanctioned in Georgia triggered a change in venue. Neither fighter can weigh more than 195 pounds. The weight is perhaps the most surprising factor. Paul has boxed most of his career around 200 pounds, the cruiserweight limit, but did tip the scales at 227 pounds when he faced off against Iron Mike Tyson last year. Davis, much smaller in stature, competes at the 135 pound mark and has also won world honours at super featherweight.
And despite some discussions about possibly dropping down to 10 ounces, the pair seem set to wear 12-ounce gloves.
And in terms of distance, despite the exhibition tag, the fight will play out over 10 3-minute rounds with 3 scoring judges at ringside, but the result will not be officially recorded.
Former world champion Carl Froch, known for his unapologetic honesty, accused Jake Paul of hand-picking smaller opponents to maintain a physical edge. Froch argued that if Jake truly wanted to test himself, he would have pursued fighters closer to his natural weight, not someone several divisions below. He even called it strategic matchmaking designed for viral success, not sporting merit. Froch, who's endured brutal wars in the ring, expressed genuine concern for Davis's safety, emphasizing that the human body has limits regardless of skill. His words carry weight, a reminder that boxing's traditions were built on fairness and courage, not marketing tactics.
That's serious. He can't really box. He can have a little fight, he can have a swing. Swings away, stands up straight, and he throws punches, but it's not professional boxing. Because when I watch him box, it's just so much wrong. It's just everything's wrong. It's so bad. He's got leaky defence. He telegraphs his punches. Like, you put him in with someone his own size. It was a professional. It's a mismatch, and you'll see that if he ends up fighting somebody. Tommy Fury, bless him. He's a pro boxer, but he's inexperienced. He's got no amateur pedigree. He's a raw novice, or maybe just above the raw novice. I was saying earlier, where would I put him in terms of levels? He'd do well to win a British title. He's at that sort of level, and then from British title to world level, it's like different worlds.
Meanwhile, Teofimo Lopez offered a different perspective, supporting Davis's decision to take the fight, but acknowledging the business behind it. Lopez reminded fans that not every matchup needs a title belt to matter. Sometimes, fights are made for entertainment and financial opportunity, and there's nothing wrong with that. In his view, both Jake and Tank are using their platforms to secure their futures and grow their fan bases. Legacy and business may not always align, but in modern boxing, both have their place.
And Jake, I really am, man. It's good for the sport in some way, you know?
So a heavyweight versus a lightweight.
Yeah.
You got a fly hit me, yeah. A heavyweight versus a lightweight. How's this gonna work?
Hey, they make it work. It's an exhibition for a reason. So, you know, they know what they're doing. And, you know, shout out to Netflix and shout out to both of them, honestly. Like I said, I think a lot of people in the boxing world are kind of upset. I could care less. I think they're going to go out there and make their money. It falls on the number 8 for a reason. They're going to make a lot of money.
Have you got a prediction for that fight?
My prediction? A show.
Well, clearly it's a show, but when you've got a lot of people underestimating Jake Paul once again, but when you've got a heavyweight boxer who knows how to throw punches and knows the basics against a lightweight, it's quite a difference. I mean, have you sparred heavyweights before?
Yeah.
A competitive sparring in the ring?
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same, not at all. Definitely got to move. I've actually played around a few times, went through between their legs just to duck around. But yeah, because they're taller, you know. But I think for that competition, that fight, it reminds me a lot like The Big Show, and Floyd Mayweather when they fought in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And will that end the same way?
Possibly. Maybe some brass knuckles in there too.
Can you see Jake Paul knocking out Gervonta Davis?
It's boxing, man. And if it's a show like this...
Analysts observing Davis's training camp have noticed a sharper, more disciplined version of Tank emerging. Freed from distractions and surrounded by professionals, Davis has zeroed in on every detail, from footwork transitions to precision punching. Trainers have described his focus as laser-like, noting that every movement, every drill, carries purpose. His timing is cleaner, reactions quicker, and his mindset entirely locked in. This fight, many believe, could shape the future of boxing itself. If Jake Paul wins, the sport may shift further toward influencer-driven events where star power outweighs rankings. But if Gervonta Davis prevails decisively, it could re-establish the dominance of true craftsmanship and remind the world why boxing's traditions still matter.
The algorithm loves it, and both will watch. It's not just who wins, it's what wins. will the entertainment value or the ring IQ come out on top? Because if Tank dominates, the meme dies. Jake Paul survives or hits it big, we see new rules are going to be written in real time. Me, you, maybe everyone at some point has been that bigger guy thinking that I'll just bully him. Jab, slip, liver shot, sent me down real nicely. Size helped until it didn't. All I'm saying is let's not dismiss something because it looks weird. Many fights get decided by the details. Feet before fists, timing before muscle, discipline before clout. Look, Tank wins if he stays Tank. He's built on patience, traps, explosive counters. That's hell for a tall guy who gets eager. Jake's...
So, what do you think? Will skill and experience triumph over size and hype, or will Jake Paul's physical advantage prove too much to overcome? Drop your thoughts below, because whatever happens next, this fight will leave a lasting mark on the history and future of boxing.